Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dan from Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing our first review for The Walking Dead Season 4. This is for the Season 4 premiere called 30 Days Without an Accident, and this is literally 30 days without an accident. So this episode for me was a fantastic beginning to Season 4. I know a lot of people complain about this episode. They say that it is not as good as, the season, if you want to compare the season 5 premiere or season 7 premiere or, season 3 premiere or 2 or 1 or 6, or people just, they really diss this premiere for some reason. Maybe because we don't have many moments where we get all these explosions and we get all that. Maybe that's just mainly because of the fact that this season 4, is just not at that level. Because Season 4 is more of a character-driven season, I almost feel like. Season 3 was more about the action. Season 5 is, again, a lot about the action. Season 6, a lot about the action. Season 4 is a lot about the characters. And I'm honestly fine with that because I love Season 4 of The Walking Dead. Some people hate Season 4. They think Season 4 is not that good. I think Season 4 is absolutely fantastic. So, but everybody has their own opinion. So, okay, let's get into this review for the premiere. Now, the first thing I want to say is that now we are going to be starting a routine here on Dan's Reviews. Every time we review a Walking Dead episode, especially, I can't wait to be doing this when Season 8 comes on of The Walking Dead and we review the premiere, we're actually going to have a little schedule here. We're going to start with who is the best character, who is the most interesting character of every episode. And then we'll also do as well for the second question. And also, you guys can always write your comments below on every single one of these next reviews and also, what is the best walker kill of the episode? So, for this episode, my favorite character in this episode, or the character that really moved the story, really also made me interested in the character in this episode, would have to be Rick Grimes in this episode. Because, and I know a lot of people don't like Rick Grimes as a farmer. I actually enjoyed it because overall this season, he changes from the beginning to end. And that's why I love this episode, is honestly because you start off at this point with Rick, and then at the end of the season, he's the total opposite of what he was here. So that is very, very cool. But then my favorite walker kill from this episode would have to be the one where they're at the big spot and we see Daryl, who, basically steps on the walker's head and kills the walker. So you guys can write all those comments below. And also, what is your favorite walker from this episode? Me would have to be the Bungee Guts zombie, the one who hangs from the roof, from the helicopter, I should say, and is dangling by his guts. That's pretty disgusting, but that is pretty cool as well. Okay, so now my favorite, let's get into the actual episode now, where we have the intro where Rick is farming. He's listening to music from, I want to say, like the 40s or 50s. And we see the pigs. We see Rick digging, him find a gun. Who knows whose gun that was, but that's very exciting. But I'm kidding. That's actually like, okay. It's kind of like you start off the premiere where it's like, okay, is this going to be good or is this not going to be? And as you go through the episode, it really does get better. So then after the intro, we get everybody saying, hey, Daryl, hey, Daryl. He's like a star there, And then we get him and Carol having a discussion about how there are walkers that are piled up at night. You have the people at the fences that are starting to take them out, but it's becoming very difficult for them, so some of them are taking breaks, like Karen, who goes to meet up with her new boyfriend, Tyrese. That is revealed that them two actually are in a relationship throughout the time skip. And you have all the Woodbury people who are actually now part of Rick's group, which is very cool as well. Now, we also have a scene with Hershel and Rick where they were talking about, growing food and all that kind of stuff, and him talking to Rick, and then he basically says that you should go out there, look for some stuff, and Rick's like, I'm gonna go out there, but he's like, Hershel's like, bring your gun, bring your gun, and Rick's like, it's okay, I have my knife, and Hershel's like, bring your gun, because you never know. So then you get Rick, who goes out. You can see his gun in his holster, and you see him run into this lady who is kind of, at first, you kind of make it seem like she's a zombie, and then she's not. And then, she's like, she leads Rick to this this camp of hers, and then we get the part where she kind of reveals that his husband's dead, or her husband's dead. And basically, she tries to kill Rick. She tries to stab him to feed food to her zombie husband. And then we get Rick, who points the gun on her, and then she kind of kills herself, which is kind of shocking. I didn't actually expect that at all, but she actually does. She stabs herself, and then we get her saying, what were the 3 questions that Rick said that he was gonna ask before, and he says, and I love this too, because this always comes back into the show every once in a while, and these are the 3 questions, right? How many walkers have you killed? How many people have you killed? And why? Her answer to question number 1 was, a lot, and then, the answer to question number 2 was, just me, and that was pretty sad, though, I gotta admit. And then Rick's like, why? And then she's like, because you don't get to come back from the things you've done. And I love that, and this probably, I'd say it has something to do with this, though, a little bit, is that the episode title for the mid-season finale is Too Far Gone. And because they show her walker self at the end of that episode in the mid-season finale, walking up to the burnt prison, I almost feel like that almost connects in a way, and that is almost the reason why they titled the episode Too Far Gone, because Rick says, in that episode, we get to come back, we're not too far gone, we all can change, before Hershel's death. So that's really exciting as well. But then we get the people going to the big spot. We get Bob, the introduction of Bob. We get everybody going to the big spot. We get, of course, at first they're just shopping, and then the helicopter comes in, and we see the walkers falling through the roof. It's crazy. We get Beth's new boyfriend, who dies in the same episode that we meet him. I'm like, really? He dies. He gets torn apart. And then we get almost the death of Bob Stuckey as well, but and we also get the idea here that he's an alcoholic, which is that's bad. But anyways, so yeah, we got that, and then we got some other parts where basically you just have the group at the big spot trying to get out of there, and they get out of there just in the nick of time. So that's what happens there, which is probably the highlight of this episode, to be honest with you. But I really like the walker kill again, especially the one with Daryl. I love that one where he stomps on the head. That's pretty awesome. So anyway, guys, that's the episode. Then to wrap it up, we get the story time. We get Carol teaching the group or the kids how to use knives, and we get basically we get what's his name there? The teenager boy, what's his name? Patrick. Yeah, Patrick. And he passes out in the shower, and he just dies, and it's kind of like a reveal at the end that something's going on in the prison. So, honestly, first viewing, I'm like, does the governor have something to do with this? Is something going on there? But we don't find out for a couple more episodes. So, anyway, guys, make sure to write all those comments below. Did you enjoy the Season 4 premiere of The Walking Dead? And I will see you guys later for another TWD video.